Hey guys, Wiley Coyote here. Hey, I'm going to check out a local creek to see if the crappie moved into it. Hey, won't you come along with me and check it out with me and see what's going on. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching my videos and subscribing. I really appreciate it, guys. The comments and I just been getting all great positive comments. A lot of serious crappie fishermen are watching the videos, and and I want to make videos that that'll help you guys catch more fish. I mean, I want you to catch more fish than your buddy, and so that's the kind of content I'm trying to give you or bring to you. And so hang on, spring is almost here. There's a lot of things to learn about fishing in the spawn if you never fished it in the spawn. The bank fishermen crappie bank fishermen love springtime. They just love it because the crappie are so active, and so we're only a few weeks away. So hang on, guys. It's gonna be a good time. The last time I was in here, the last video I made in here, there was no water, basically no water in this little cut.
This trip is right after the heavy freeze. I say right after, I mean about 2 or 3 days, I think, after the last night with freezing temperature. So you can see everything that had a chance to thaw out. I'm sure that this shallow water here was frozen solid that I'm going through, because I know I looked at that little lake I just left, and it was frozen solid during the freeze. So let's get in here and see what these fish are doing. Okay, so what I normally like to do is go down the middle of the creek and search for schools of bait fish. So you can see the structure on my garment, and there's no fish or no bait fish nowhere around to be seen. So once you spot bait fish, then you can start trying to fish around the bait fish to see if there's other fish that you can catch around. But if I do see fish, then I'll look to the bank to mark my location where I'm at, so that I can know I'm in the middle of the creek, so I know where I actually spotted the fish at.
Bada boom. Look at this, guys. Woo. A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Walked right off that tree. Oh.
So watch the rod tip of the rod I just set down. I let out the line 14 feet, and then I just got it resting. It's drifting along with the kayak. So I thought these fish were going to be finicky, and I thought they was going to be finicky and hard to catch. So I was going to try to fish with 2 poles.
trying to fish with 2 poles. I can forget it.
Throughout this video, make sure you keep your eyes on that garment and look how the fish are showing up on that garment based on the structure. So I'm not moving a lot, so the image of the fish are going to be a little distorted. But my point is that you have to be able to recognize where the fish are located and how deep they are when you're doing fishing for them like this. Because the crappie would do the same thing. They'll hang out just like these sand bass are, and you can fish for them the same way. So once the crappie move up into this creek, they're probably going to be have the same behavior as these sand bass have right now, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to school up and they're going to eat everything in sight.
This is what happens when you try to fish with 2 poles. That's the same bass. Stupid. Like this, 15. Two. Come here, Ned. just swimming around here. There's no bait fish though. Fish are probably really hungry. Big. Gosh, that's so big. I mean, there's no bait fish in this creek. I've been looking for bait fish, and these fish are hungry, and they're pretty much hidden. They don't hit anything that you throw out there, even though they're tearing this tide jig up. They are some hungry dudes. Like I said, there's this place is packed full of bait.
The water temperature in this location was about 45 degrees, and the depth in this, it averaged from 20 feet to 15 feet, and it's in a bend. So there was 2 other bends that I passed through before I got to this bend, and the other 2 bends didn't have any fish in it, and this pretty much was the same structure. You know, it had some humps in it, and you know, and it had some, you know, shelves where you know, it had a little step up here and there. So I don't know why this particular bend was holding these sand bass, because it certainly wasn't due to bait fish being in the area. Because there's, I mean, I just normally when I'm fishing this creek, it's full of bait fish, and then when you find the bait fish, you're able to find mostly you'll be able to find the crappie. So I'm hoping the crappie going to make a run in here, and if they do, I hope it's no bait fish, because they'll be hungry.
right, I'm heading in. No one crappie and a limit on sand bass. So I'm heading back into the boat ramp, and it's nothing worse than catching your limit and throwing fish back. There's nothing you can learn from that kind of fishing. I mean, the fish were hitting everything. The fish were hungry, and there was, there was no bait in this creek, so fish were just basically hitting whatever you throw at them. So
well, here we are in the last week of February, and we just came off of 5 days of really cold weather. We had some sleet and some snow, and we had one night where the temperature was -1 or 2 degrees, and most of these shallow water spots like where I'm at now, they were frozen, completely frozen. I don't know how thick the ice was, but the surface was definitely frozen. And maybe some of the bait fish may have been possibly killed during this freeze. But we had, since before this fishing trip, I think we had like 3 days of 60-degree weather, and of course it melted off everything. So and the water temperature now is pushing 45. I imagine by the end of the week, the water temperature will be in the 50s by March the 1st for sure, or maybe even 55 by March the 1st. And also thinking maybe if we're looking at 55 the first weekend in March, then the spawn may kick off and the males may move up and start their thing.
that's water coming out of the live well. And that's the live well. It's the sand bass trip. Well, it's going to be supposed to be a crappie trip, but it turned into a sand bass trip.